Lamont Roach versus William Zepeda. Very good fight. Both fighters early on, very sharp. In my opinion, which is probably going to be an unpopular opinion, they both looked, well, I think for Roach's side, it's going to be an unpopular opinion. I think he looked the best he's ever looked in terms of his mental sharpness and just the speed and the way he was fighting. Just, he was super sharp. His fast, the reflexes were on point. I think he just looked really good. And for Zapeda, he also looked really good. But for Zapeda, he had actually improved parts of his game coming off of the loss against Shakur almost a year ago, or over a year ago by a little bit, I think. But yeah, it was a kind of like a classic Zapeda fight where, yeah, some of these rounds are close, but Zapeda just has that output and that pace to where it's hard to really tell. At times you have to have like a certain eye to see what's really landing clean and who's really winning the fight. I think most people, and even including me a lot of times, and in this fight, you can see most of the punches, but you can't see the shots that are landing clean and the scoring shots, because there wasn't, to the head, there wasn't a lot of, especially early on, there wasn't just a lot of clean damaging shots to the head specifically. It was mainly to like the body for Cepeda. And for Roach, I guess it was like right hands or quick combinations and just little stuff, check hooks, stuff like that, jabs. Nothing anything like too damaging or that's gonna rock Zapeda. There was a few good shots in the entirety of the fight for both guys, especially Zapeda late, and Roach landed really good right hand and just a good check hook, good jabs, and a lot of good shots of his own. But Zapeda took over after the first 4, 5, 6 rounds. Zapeda just started taking over with his pace. He had that just momentum about him. I guess Lamont couldn't catch his timing or catch him. I think Zepeda's defense was a lot better than it has been in the past. He's not just stood there in front of you throwing punches and is standing right there. He would roll underneath. He would block afterwards instead of leaving his hand down or being lazy with something. He caught himself a few times doing it with his lead hook. He would throw a lead hook and Roach would try and come over the top, and I think he got hit with it once and then he didn't get hit with it ever again. He would always block right afterwards. And Zepeda just improved. He improved his game. He still has that same style, but just improved defensively. I think certain flaws he had, being lazy, being maybe a bit flat-footed, not moving his feet, not going on certain angles, not just defensive stuff, smart stuff, being more patient. Yeah, Zepeda just fought way smarter, way better as a boxer. For Lamont, it's kind of the same shit. Not doing anything like extraordinary, just everything super to his style, catch and shoot. Nothing is clean. Nothing like, it was kind of like the Pitbull fight in a way. That's like, if Pitbull was a pace guy who put pace on, it would have been the same type of fight. Pitbull's backing him up, throwing combinations. Maybe Lamont can match that pace or match that intensity early on and land the clean shots and outbox him. But when he gets a bit tired and his shots are a bit slower and he can't, maybe Zepeda's mixing it up and landing, and Zepeda's adjusted to his time and his defense and whatever it is, and then he can't find that extra adjustment or that timing or that consistent shot that's landing, or that distance management or whatever it is specifically. He just couldn't find it, and it just slowly over time just gone into a Zepeda's fight where he's landing clean and honestly in times beating the shit out of Lamont. Not to a point where it's, oh, he might stop him, like it's gonna be bad type, but there was moments in that fight where it was like Lamont could really get stopped later on if this fight keeps going as it is going. If if Zapeda had maybe a bit more pop or tanned on his shots a bit more, tanned over his shots a bit more, put more pivot on his foot or whatever it is, maybe some of them shots could have did more damage and put Roach out. But Roach, in terms of the performance, I think both fighters look good. I don't think it was a bad performance from either. I just think it was a stylistic thing where Zapeda never fought like he never had that defense, or he had improved a lot. I would consider him a good fighter now. Before the Shakur fight and in the Shakur fight, Zapeda wasn't the best in my eyes. He just had an output and would outpace people. Now he has a bit of defense, a bit of IQ, a bit of patience behind that style. It's not just going there and just jab, 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 and throw this shot and that shot and then that combination. And it's not that. It's throw this jab, get close, land this shot, then roll after that, and then come back. Or it's jab, jab, get close with something offensive. You know, throw this hook with my hand up, not be lazy after I throw this hook. Just the little stuff he improved on, and that makes the difference. I think if Zepeda wouldn't have improved, I think Roach would have been able to clip him a lot more consistently, and he probably would have won, honestly, because people think Roach was fighting like a power puncher. I get why, because he was kind of going one at a time, two at a time kind of shot, but if you look at it, Roach kind of does that a lot of times anyway. Like, he kind of does that anyway. Tank even said himself, Roach he got sneaky power, which I don't think he's pillow fisted, but I think it was more skill set. He just couldn't find the shots. I don't think it's his power. He just couldn't find them. And necessarily doing more wouldn't just grant him that ability to win. Doing more is an adjustment, and I think him doing more at times would have been better for him than just sitting back and kind of not and looking for certain shots and trying to counter heavy. It's not gonna work unless you can consistently find the shots, which he couldn't. Especially clean shots, you can find glancing, and everyone's gonna get hit with glancing stuff, but getting hit clean is different. If most fighters don't get hit clean a lot, like I know Shakur's thing for his defense. Shakur doesn't get hit clean a lot at all. Tio fight to the head, he didn't get hit clean once that I can remember. He came out to that fight with no damage on his face at all. The Zapeda fight, he got hit clean a few good times, but that's really it. In his whole career, he's been hit clean a good few times, you know, more than you can count on your hands for sure. But it's not like in this fight, Lamont was getting hit clean in them later rounds just a bit too much, and them shots were affecting him just a bit too much because he was getting tired, and I think the body shots were really killing him late. Some of them were hurting him. I think he got buzzed with, I think 2 times to the head he got buzzed a little bit, not where his legs were gone, but just where he, you know, I don't know what it's like to get buzzed like that, so I can't say from experience necessarily, but certain shots fighters get hit with, and they kind of have a different, the mannerisms change a little bit, where they might not throw punches, or they might move around a bit after that shot. They might stand still for, you know, 5 seconds and then move, or then clinch. Just little stuff. People can hide it really well, but it's noticeable when you really pay attention to certain stuff like that. So I think Roach got hit. He got hit with a good few shots that I think buzzed him to the head and to the body. It was definitely hit to the body at times, not drastically where it could stop the fight, but definitely at certain times it was hit to the body. In terms of Zepeda getting hurt, there was one real good right hand that Roach landed. I think maybe the 4th round or the 3rd round he landed it in. I don't think Zepeda was buzzed or rocked because he went straight after Roach after it. It knocked him off balance a bit. But yeah, Roach didn't really land anything of really consequence. Didn't really make Zepeda pay for anything. Even though that's kind of his style, counterpunching. He was trying to do that too heavy instead of just throwing. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, dig deep and not boxing and moving and stuff. For Roach isn't gonna work. He has slow feet. His defense isn't the greatest, and him trying to fight like that isn't gonna work. I think his offense is it's not bad. I think in a Tank fight, it showed that against Tank specifically, he's really good against Tank, because he knows him and Tank have history. They've fought in the amateurs. They've probably sparred up to, like, you know, within the past 5 years. Like, he knows what Tank does. He knows what Tank's tendencies are. And I think he was a bit overrated from that fight specifically. In the Tank fight and the Pitbull fight. And even the fight, I don't remember the guy's first name. It's also the guy Tank fought, Garcia. It was a close fight, competitive fight. And he won it, I think, with a knockdown in the 12th round. And I think it was a bit controversial, because it was something to do with if he didn't get that knockdown, he could have lost, or it was I think it might have been like an off balance, possibly shot. I could be wrong, but he's having close fights with people who who, if he is this elite guy, he shouldn't be having close fights with. I don't know, people improve and whatnot, but I just don't see the improvement skill set wise from a tank fight to now. I don't see any improvement. He's the same fighter, mentally and experience and sharpness. I think he was at his best in his fight. In my opinion, he just looked sharp early on. He's not added anything new to his game. He just kind of fights the same. He doesn't change anything up. He doesn't. That's my opinion. That's from what I see. If I'm wrong, if you see it differently, let me know. I'm always open to different opinions or different perspectives. But that's how I saw it. I think Roach should go back, take a few months off. But in them months off, take 8-9 months, maybe a year off, and just work on your game. Study your own tape. I think that's the thing fighters don't do a lot. Study yourself and notice things that you do that is wrong, or notice things that, okay, in this fight, even though I won it, he was landing that shot repetitively, and I remember that. Why was he doing that? What was I doing? Was I throwing this wrong, or was I dropping this hand after that? Like, specific things, skill set wise. I think Roach could improve on. He can improve his jab. I think his a basic 1-2 could have won him rounds in this fight. Body shots, he could have implemented body shots. Maybe slow Zepeda down a bit so it evens the conditioning aspect of the fight, because he's never gonna outpace Zepeda. Not many people are. I don't know if that's genetic. He trains harder, training difference. I don't know what it is specifically, but he's gonna outwork most of the people he fights. So you gotta match that. The only way you can really match that is by doing damage, or make him tired. How are you gonna make someone tired? You can pressure them. That can make someone tired. There's multiple ways you can hurt someone. You can dig to the body. You can do little things like overload the nervous system with feints and reactions and stuff. But if you're gonna do that, you would need to do more than just that. But yeah, Roach said game plan didn't work, and I think that's a big thing in combat sports overall. You don't always need a game plan. I think game plans can be overrated at times. Sometimes you just gotta be able to fight, be able to use your skill sets, be able to know how to fight styles. And if you can't or don't know how to fight certain people, you're eventually gonna come against a guy who can fight that way, or can fight a way that you don't know how to deal with. You're gonna just have to fight, dig deep, because the way to win fight is offense. You're not gonna win off of defense. So make it rough. Someone like an Andre Ward, he would always make his fights rough. Them first 4-5 rounds, they might be close, but after that, them clinches, them body shots on the inside, him roughing you up, and maybe the illegal stuff he does do. If the ref don't see it, honestly, I would rather fighters do illegal stuff, because it shows you're trying to win. You're thinking outside the box. I like when fighters think outside the box. Like, if you can get away with, doing a little headbutt, doing a little low shot, if it's a card fight, if you got a guy moving around a lot, hit him low, and if you don't get a point taken, then what bad did you get out of that? You only got a plus out of that. I know people don't like that, but I don't have a problem with it. Now, if someone keeps doing something illegal, then it's a bit, like, come on, you gotta do something more than just the illegal stuff. You gotta find ways to win against styles that are hard to beat. And for Roach, I didn't think he was gonna win the fight personally. I thought he has slow feet. He's not the best offensive guy in the world. He kind of, even in the Pitbull fight, which I haven't rewatched and I didn't pay attention to as much, but he just started late, kind of thing. Like, he didn't certain things he wasn't doing, and it took him a long time to start doing the things that he should have been doing by round 4 or 5. Started doing, round 8, and won the later rounds. But you need to be able to adjust a bit quicker. You need to be a bit quicker against these guys who are elite. And my standards are quite high, so I wouldn't call this a matchup of two elite fighters. In their weight class, you kind of have to call them elite, because they're two of the best in their weight class. But in boxing overall, I wouldn't call these guys elite. I wouldn't never look at Lamont Roach and think that guy's elite. Maybe the tank fight a little bit, like, I thought maybe he's good. He's really good. But then when the Pitbull fight, it was like, ugh, he's not as good as maybe maybe I thought, because it's a different style and whatnot. But yeah, Zepeda improved a lot. I'm glad there is an active fighter right now who is self-conscious and improves their game and takes time off and takes their fucking is a professional, takes their career seriously. Lamont, it's tough for him. He's good for boxing. He makes the best fights happen. He tries to fight the best. Tank, Pitbull, and uh, Zepeda back to back to back. That's very good. And he's good in a mix. He makes good fights. He's not a bad fighter at all. He's always in competitive fights. He always makes fights hard for his opponents. But I think he should take time off, improve his game. And yeah, I just want to talk about this for a little bit, and that's it.